Radio 2 has announced a new weekday music quiz as Ken Bruce takes the much-loved Popmaster quiz with him to pastures new. Ken, 72, has left the BBC after 45 years, his last mid-morning show on Radio 2 airing on Friday, with the popular broadcaster moving to Greatest Hits Radio. His permanent replacement Vernon Kay starts in May, with Gary Davis filling in the meantime, and the station has announced Gary will debut a new music quiz, as Popmaster leaves with Bruce. At 10:30 a.m., Gary launches the weekday pop quiz, called 10 to the Top, an accumulator quiz, where each player will be asked 10 questions about pop music, with the value of points increasing. Ken's last show had been intended to be at the end of March, but he announced at the end of February that the Beeb had decided he should leave earlier. In an interview with the Today program, Ken admitted he was a little surprised and disappointed to discover he was being taken off the air early. He said, "It's entirely within the BBC's right to ask me to step away a little early. But for the sake of 17 days, which was all that was remaining on my contract, it seems a shame." The veteran broadcaster continued, "My belief is that, when I'm given a contract, I work to it and complete it. Over the last 46 years, I haven't had very much time off. I've attempted to turn up whenever I'm required to turn up. So my natural feeling as a broadcaster is I've got 17 days to do, I want to do them." Ken announced he would be leaving Radio 2 in January, becoming the latest big-name star to part ways with the station. He follows in the footsteps of Paul O'Grady, Graham Norton, Chris Evans, Craig Charles and Vanessa Feltz in what has been described as a Legends exodus. Prior to his departure, Ken said he would always be proud of his association with the BBC and Radio 2. In a statement, the BBC said, "Ken decided to leave Radio 2 and it's always been known he's leaving in March." Returning to Wogan House for a week after a month of broadcasting, the Piano Room sessions at Maida Vale provided a natural break. "We wish Ken all the best for the future." The rules for new quiz 10 to the Top, the BBC explains, are as follows. Question 1 is worth 1 point if answered correctly, question 2 is worth 2 points, question 3 is worth 3 points, all the way up to 10. However, if a question is answered incorrectly, the value of the following question goes back to 1 point again, then the next question is 2 points if answered correctly, and so on. Each contestant has a joker to play, and for that question they'll get double points if it's answered correctly. The player with the most points wins a smart speaker, and if it's a draw there will be a tiebreaker question.